Over the last 2 centuries, our planet has experienced a profound transformation. The human population has exploded from 1 billion in 1800 to, as of this week, according to UN projections, 8 billion. But it won't be increasing forever. Regions like Europe, North America and Eastern Asia are approaching their peak populations. Most of the growth in the coming decades is expected to come from India and sub-Saharan Africa. ABC data analyst Casey Briggs takes a look at the numbers.
It's a momentous time in the history of the world. The world's population just ticked over 8 billion. All right, that's not a precise number. We haven't counted everyone on Earth up, but it is the best estimate from the UN's global population predictions. It's hard to keep up though, because the world's growing fast by about 200,000 people a day. Between the time I started this sentence and the time I'll finish it, the world will grow by about 20 people.
We've seen massive change over the past 100 years. Everyone's living longer, fewer babies are dying, fewer women are dying.
Population growth won't go on forever. In fact, it's already slowing down.
It's just a fundamental transformation of what a society looks like.
A fundamental transformation that'll force us to reckon with how we live.
A shift toward a larger burden of disease coming from non-communicable diseases, a growing need for a healthcare system that can handle and respond to an aging population.
Fertility rates, in other words, the number of children being born, are one of the biggest drivers of population growth. And 2.1 is the magic number. If fertility falls below that 2.1 level of births per woman, we expect the population to start falling. And that is where we're headed. In fact, in Europe, in North America, and Australia, New Zealand and parts of Asia, fertility rates are below that replacement rate already.
Sort of universal trend that we're seeing around the world is declining fertility rates.
But while fertility rates are falling, the world is still growing, for now. Where are we heading? From 8 billion today, the United Nations projects the global population will reach about 9.7 billion in 2050. But from there, things really slow down. Let's walk forward another 30 years, because the world's expected to reach about 10.4 billion in the 2080s. And that is about the peak. The UN thinks it'll stay around that number for a couple of decades, before then falling.
We have now reached peak child. There will never be more children alive on the earth than there is today.
The world is also getting more urban. About 55% of the world live in cities, and that number is only expected to go up.
As cities grow, many cities are growing out as well as growing up, and often growing into highly fertile areas of farmland.
So that could put more pressure on agriculture, trying to grow more on less land.
To date, the world has managed to keep pace with food production. The key issue there, of course, has been about how that food is actually distributed.
The world is changing in some really significant ways this century. The question is, are we ready for it? Casey Briggs, ABC News.